She must have studied for her doctorate under Gary's buddy, what's his face? Carl, his best buddy. And they must have studied under Carl.
It's definitely not covered.
She paid for repair.
Oh, what?
It's a Jefferson.
Oh, it might be. Okay.
But I don't know if it was that one or the other. The feeling is just that that's a R.
I'll look into it. I'll pick up today.
Yeah, see, it was under warranty because when she paid for repair, it was under warranty.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Pay $295. Okay?
Mr. Schneider? Yeah. Come on back.
Thank you.
Sure. Don't want it to spin out on me.
Every time.
There you go. Okay. All right. We're good, man.
Thank you.
All right. My name's Aaron McElhaney. Nice to meet you.
Ken Jr.
Ken Jr., nice to meet you. My parents were, as they said, merciful, and they didn't name me Art the Third. So, when I was born, I thought Art would be a much better name than Aaron, but now I think I'm back to it.
My wife's name was Arlene. She hated
Did she? And what'd she go by?
Arlene.
She did go by Arlene? Okay, so eventually she didn't mind. When you start your own business, you're everything, right? So he works some crazy hours. So if we wanted to see him, we would take his dinner and watch him eat at the garage. But I worked over there in the summers. As soon as I was 10, but I got to see him, right?
We grew up in family business.
Yeah. So okay, so you understand.
Snyder's doing.
Oh, my mother to legally change my name to Art. I would have been Art the Third. But,
Well, Earlene's mom and dad's name was Earl and Irene, and they put it together and got Earlene.
I was early, if he would tell them.
Well, I'm sure he had.
A lot of guys don't want to talk about it. All right, so Schneider's there. Nice.
That was back in the 2000s.
Okay.
Really, I haven't had anything. But I got a test done here by a doctor who did a scan on my head, and the machine was banging, 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 and after that there, I couldn't hear out.
All right, so ears. And, all right, so, how'd you hear about us?
They sent me a letter, and I responded.
Okay.
Did a free test.
Yeah.
So,
Why not?
Sure, why not? I'm at the age. It's all clear. Good. I'm happy.
Bad says, I don't have a hair problem, I just have selective hearing. Can't you hear me, dear? Can't you understand?
Good. Yep, all clear, no issues at all.
I should help you.
All right. Let's take. Alright, so, first time you had your hearing tested in a while?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about, the audiogram here? Okay. Well, let's start with that. Oh, yeah, and, that's right, you weren't referred to us, you got the mailer, you
Got the
said.
mailer, mhm.
So, then, probably, I'm guessing, most people haven't done a ton of research about our company or anything, right? Occasionally someone surprises me at age, right?
Yeah.
Buy mailing list, that's it.
I figured the one associated with.
At times he does have, you're talking to him and he can't hear you.
Okay, all right,
Well, I can't hear anybody's on this side.
on the left side, right? All right. So not that it's all that important. In a way it is, but in other ways it's not. Not that you care that much, but it's nice to know we've been in business in the Pittsburgh area here. My interest mostly is in helping people, right? That's what keeps me coming back for more. And hearing loss, not only does it serve as a barrier to communication, but of course that communication ability is the freedom to choose the product that fits that person as an individual as best. Most practices will say they fit all hearing aid brands, but they really are married to one manufacturer because they're getting, a better discount with that manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
So for that small practice, so I appreciate that. But anyway, back to the audiogram. So the graph here, as you see on this scale, we have volume referenced. Volume is measured in, or what did they say, that clarity of speech, and 1,000 hertz and up. So roughly 80 to 85% in each case, as a matter of fact. The reason why? Well, if we pronounce all of the vowel sounds, when we measure those, they're all going to fall in this mid to low frequency range. But the defining consonant, the K, etc., those are all going to be 1,000 hertz and up. So, as an example then, to bring it down to an easily understandable level, if I just said to you randomly, if I just said the long E sound, otherwise you would just look at me strangely and say, what? Because it doesn't mean anything. But to that person that has that high frequency type of hearing loss, they have to say what. But I could have actually said any of those words. It could have been that, necessarily watch a bunch of TV, but Wheel of Fortune. It's been on the for decades probably now, right? It's probably one of the longest running game shows, maybe next to Price is Right. But if you get a clue, right, to solve the puzzle, right? If you only get the vowel sounds, but the other people get the clue, they're comfortable to you, let's take the volume out of the equation. No one's going to complain if the PP is up too loud. I'm hoping that you get them all right. Hopefully you do, because that's the percentage that counts. It's not the volume, but rather the percentage. And if you don't use it, you lose it, right? Well, sort of like a muscle. If you don't use it, it's going to become, now we're talking about the brain, it's going to become weak. It's going to shrink, and eventually then, in reality, I thought that was kind of figurative, but this is really interesting to me. It turns out it's also literal. Dr. Lin, who's associated with Johns Hopkins University, and his team of researchers, in this article that was published, they found using MRI imaging that people did, in fact, have an accelerated loss of overall brain tissue mass. In fact,
So doing the MRI actually caused problems.
not the untreated hearing loss. So leaving the hospital untreated, they found that people could lose up to 1 cubic centimeter in a year in their brain tissue mass. I don't know about you, but that's about the size of a sugar cube. But I don't want to lose any of my brain tissue, right?
If you're not using stuff either.
Well, that's true, but if I'm using it, I don't want to lose it. So, at any rate, so as a matter of fact, that's right. So our ears function in essence then outer, middle, and inner ear, all three working combined. Eventually, the ear simply is there. If you cut that nerve, doesn't matter what the ear's doing, it's not getting to the brain. It's dead, right? So the brain's doing all the processing. So here, the green targeted area, that's Wernicke's area of the brain. That's the area of the brain that's responsible for speech processing. So physically speaking, there's motor skills for speaking. That's in Broca's area of the brain. So in essence, that speech test, that's what we're doing. Okay. So anyway, so we want to see how well you hear, but also we want to make sure that you don't have any slur. The better and the more reliable the results are going to be. So good. All right. So ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
All right. Come on over to the booth. Need a hand?
Take your time. Use the table.
Yeah. I have a hard time with that.
Oh, good idea. I would too. All right, so just let your step there. Very good. Okay. All right. All right. If you want to scoot down a bit
No,
better
fine.
look, it's kind of a tough angle.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, can you hear me? All right, good. So, go ahead and hit your button for me, just make sure, yep, it's working. So we'll see it light up on the screen whenever you respond. So remember, as soon as you hear the beep, even if it's off the fan, go ahead and press your button. And you said it's your left ear, the source, right? So let's go. I think of it as a poker game, and I try to get my poker face, and I don't want to give it away with my facial gestures or anything like that. So this way he can't reach it, right?
Oh,
He might be an expert poker player. But we might have the most objective, accurate results. Can you hear me? All right. Like I said, I wanted to let you know we're switching over now to your left ear. Okay, so continue what you're doing. All right, so yeah, you weren't getting there's enough of a difference, that, in between or testing that way to make sure that, something that we refer to as crossover isn't occurring. So in other words, when there's enough of a difference in 2 years, long explanation, just ignore the shaft, right? Keep doing what you're doing. All right, you ready? All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear my voice okay? Good. All right, so this is just in your radio. So, first, I want you to choose volumes that are comfortable and clear. That's what I want you to do at this stage. Good. All right. Now, with the difference between the 2 ears, you'll hear a little bit of masking, so I'm going to set that up, and then we'll choose the volume for the left side, okay? Last part of the test. The results here are to find, where exactly, the hearing loss happens to be. And so this is an important part